Welcome everyone to session 6 of Raven's Purge, a campaign for Forbidden Lands. This is by Free League Publishing, and let's talk about what we did last time. Last time we were at Weatherstone, and it was a rough session, but it ended well. So we first fought the harpies that were up in the tower, and then we found the catapult that had a few coins and a lot of iron pyrite. We crossed the drawbridge by firing an arrow with a rope attached, and Vaska shimmied across. Well, on the other side, she found a fresh body, pale and unblooded, and she lowered the drawbridge, and we ascended up to the king's room. And there, the portrait of Queen Thorania taunted us, and Roderick grabbed Rustbite, the sword of the king. And when he did that, all hell broke loose. Eilir went down from fright, Roderick and Nerdrum down with slashed guts, and Wendelin down with a perforated bowel. Well, Vaska managed to climb up a window and managed to knock the portrait of Thorania into some flames, which stopped the skeletal assault. She then went about healing and comforting the party, and in the bed with King Algarod, we found the Nekhaka scepter. And that is where we left off, was in the tower. So let's take us back there. And we'll pick it up from here. So we are weary, somewhat wounded. A lot of us are near broken again and have just recovered from being broken. But we have claimed Rustbite. I think Roderick took Rustbite, and I'm not sure who is holding the Nekhaka scepter, but I know someone grabbed it. Nerdrum has it. Excellent. So we're in the bedroom of King Algarod. The fire has all but burned out. The bed caught on fire, burned up some of the four posters of the four-poster bed caught fire, but the portrait is destroyed, and we've got a lot of bones of the skeletons of his former guard and warriors lying about the room. And we could hear the sound of clattering and thuds elsewhere in the castle as some of these other skeletons, we found some down in the dining room, and perhaps there were some elsewhere, as it seems as though they have succumbed to whatever befell the rest of them as the magic finally died out. So let's pick it up right there. What do we do? I think Vaska is probably the best health of all of us. Vaska, what was your reaction to what had just transpired and thankfully stepping in to save everyone?
I think Vaska is probably in the corner panicking slightly. She did not expect adventuring to be quite this deadly. I think this is the first time she's really seen it.
Yeah, you were just a narrow gap away from losing all of your companions.
Yeah. So I think she's just sort of shivering in the corner.
Absolutely. And Wendelin, you were always looking for a good story to tell, and you've told stories of the exploits of brave adventurers, and now that you've lived through one, was it as exciting as you thought, or was it terrifying?
She has learned the seriousness of this life, and she kind of just stands around holding both her hands over her stomach like a pregnant woman. Never wanting to see the insides again like that.
Oh yeah, the inside should stay inside.
Yes.
And
what a story.
Yeah, what a story.
What a story.
It'll be interesting as you tell this story how you embellish it and how the stories change with the telling. And do you talk about how you saw your guts, you held them in your hand? Do you show the scar to people, or do you rewrite that part and you were never really in danger? It'd be interesting to see what happens there.
I don't think much embellishment's needed.
Yeah.
Not at all. What about Eilir? You weren't wounded physically, but mentally you snapped, and you had enough, and you just kind of checked out mentally.
Yeah, which is pretty unnerving for him. He's seen some stuff before, so that was atypical. I think he's definitely in a fervor to prove himself at this point. Probably quite eager to leave. Although now that the danger's over, like the fact that we're in an ancient king's bedroom is settled over him, and he's definitely just looking around, pretty excited.
Yeah. What about Roderick? You now have Rustbite. What's your impression of this king's sword?
Yes, I think that this sword will prove to be a great boon. It's obviously a fine craftsmanship, and now that the foes of this place have been vanquished, it might serve as a good stronghold here.
Yeah. Is this a place that you could call your own, or is it truly emptied of all of its trouble? And Nerdrum, what about you? This was a near-death experience for you.
Yeah, on the one hand, Nerdrum was terrified, but on the other hand, he was excited by the intense, powerful, magical forces he got to witness. And now that he's holding Nakaka in his hand, he's grinning from ear to ear, and his eyes are wide as he's just thinking about the greater and greater, sources of power he's going to be coming into contact with as he continues
Well, and this is
his
the
journey.
scepter of kingship, and in its um, part of it is a crystal, a ruby, and this ruby is, if it's true, it's that crystal is the heart of Algared, the first king of Alderland, and that when an elf dies, their body, their heart is preserved as a ruby, and that holds the ruby of the first king. And what power would that have in it? And that you can use this item to help you with manipulation and insight, kingly wisdom sort of thing. But also, you can thrust it into the ground to create basically an earthquake to cause the very ground to tremble. And what greater power is there than wielding power over nature? Uh,
Right. It's my precious.
Absolutely. So where do we go from here? What do we do? We're badly wounded. We could definitely rest, but do we feel this is a safe place to rest? Is it truly emptied?
Yeah, I am a bit nervous about that. Should we go? I
I
mean,
mean,
this would be a great place to camp if all the skeletons are really shut down. But should we go scout back down and see if they're really
yeah, I think that might
down?
actually be the best. Especially because I don't think we want to cross that moat right now.
Right.
Are there any, I suppose, how many entrances are there into this tower? Is it just the way we came in?
As far as you can tell, that's the only way that you have seen. If you scout around the tower a bit, you'll see that. So there was an entrance kind of through this lower room here, and then stairs that wound up. But there is also an entrance over here on the left-hand side, and that leads out to essentially a crane. And the drop from there is dizzyingly high. There's a thick copper chain that's green with verdigris that swings back and forth, chiming in the wind where it hangs from its weather-beaten windlass. And this crane would be used to hoist items up from outside. That is a means by which someone could access the tower. Now, the crane is up. Someone couldn't climb up that. But if something could fly or somehow get across, like those harpies, that might be a way in as well.
Well, perhaps once we've scouted out the tower, we could hold up in the tower and it would provide a safe place for us to rest for a while.
Yeah, who wants to do the scouting role as they look around for unseen dangers? This would be a scouting roll one of you could make. Maybe whoever's in the best position to make that. I'm just looking at Vaska. You would roll 4 dice for that.
Oh, am I the best with that?
You might be. Yeah, so Wendelin, you would roll 3. And Eiler, you would roll. Eiler would roll 4 as well.
Actually, yeah, 4.
I do have quartermaster if that affects it at all. I think that's more for making camp though.
Right. Yeah.
That's for making camp. So yeah, we're equal. 4.
I mean, Vaska's probably a bit shaken up and not really paying that much attention to her surroundings.
Well, I'm in good health. If you want me to escort you, we could walk together.
Oh, suppose so.
So in that case, if one of you wants to roll, they can have a bonus die on that.
Yeah, I would say have Vaska roll with a bonus.
A bonus?
Ooh, do you push that?
Ooh.
It's gonna hurt.
No, I don't want to risk breaking myself.
So you're being very cautious as you're moving through the tower, and you see here and there fallen skeletons, and you look at them, and I mean, it looks like old bones, but you know that not long ago these things were very much alive and wanted your death. They wanted to hew you down. And even now, looking at them, you can't help but wonder, was this a temporary fix? Will these rise again, at the next dawn or in the next hour or as soon as you get close? What is the effect of this? And it's disconcerting, to be sure. You do see the 2 entrances. There's the 2 that we discussed. There's also a stairwell that leads off of the bedroom, continues up to the very top of the tower, and you can get up to the battlements and peer out if you like. But otherwise, that seems to be the only ways in and out of the tower. If you go as far as the drawbridge over here, which is now down, you can see across, and you can see skeletons over here lying on the ground. They were not there before. They've come up from somewhere else, answering their master's call. So the few skeletons that you fought was nothing compared to how many might have been on their way to end you.
Yeesh.
And Eiler,
yes.
you see all this as well. What did the 2 of you think of this?
Well, Vaska, we have much to thank you for, I think. Seeing this legion, as it were, well, I think we're safe now. Anybody could bring them back. Hell, Nerdrum could sneak away in the night and come back with 12 of them if he were to so please. There's nothing we could do about it. The Forbidden Lands is a dangerous place. I think we're as safe as can be.
I agree. I would much rather be holed up in here, especially because I doubt people know that it's no longer dangerous.
Well, and even if they didn't, they would have to be well prepared, and there's not many people like us out there. Not yet. I would say safe.
You could go down and raise that drawbridge just to be safe. That might keep people from, if a party were to show up here, maybe that group from the Hollows led by the Rush brother, if they were to come here, they'd have to somehow get across that drawbridge, and if you could raise that and lock the mechanism, then perhaps that'll give you some security.
Oh, yeah.
It would be good to know if it's functional, too. If Roderick's right and we do make this a stronghold, it would be good to have, more of a awareness of our capabilities.
I do believe it's functional. I already, when I thought there was a vampire, when I found the bodies, I lowered it.
Yeah, you released the lock, which lowered it so that everyone else could get across. So there should be a windlass or pulley systems that you should be able to raise that up, and you know where the lock is, so it'd be easy to lock that back in place. Do you take care of that? Do you raise up the drawbridge?
I think
so.
Yeah.
That seems common sense.
Yeah. Well, the 2 of you working together find it's easy. There's a mechanical advantage with the with the windlass there. It is it's difficult because a lot of the components are a little rusted, but you're not in any great hurry. So you take your time and work together to get that raised up. And as it creaks into place, almost as though resisting you, it's finally been opened. Again, and now as it comes up, there's definitely a groan that comes from the chains, and you wonder, almost as though Weatherstone, is it speaking to you, or is it a warning, or is it simply just old mechanical parts? But you get it raised up, and it doesn't quite seal all the way. There's still, you can see a gap up there at the very top, but it's not more than maybe a foot across. So it's only something very small could get through there. But you do lock it in place. At least those skeletons won't have an easy way across were they to reanimate, or should the folk from the Hollows or the Rust Brother come. You are confident that it is locked. But there's still, there's that gap. Something could still get in. A bird or something could fly in, or those thoughts begin to cross your mind that this is as secure as you can make it, but it can't be made truly safe. And then from up here, you look down and you see that moat. And let me have Eilir give me a scouting roll. Nice. You see a shadow down in the water. And the water it's very murky, but from up here in the angle of the light, you can see a shadow in there, and it's vast. Probably the size of like a house. This thing is parked just in the front of the moat, and you see long tentacles coming off, and they're slowly moving, almost like seagrass. And you know that guardian is still very much alive and still down there.
Yes, my eyes, I see that thing. It's still there. In a way, when you think about it, it could be a tactical advantage, because we know about it, but folks coming to do us harm wouldn't. And he's just kind of been using himself.
Precisely why I think this is safer. There'd be more than just a little gap were we not in here.
Yeah.
This is true.
So when it comes time to rest, if everyone wants to do that now, does someone keep watch, or do you all rest together?
Voska will probably keep watch, at least for the first shift.
Okay. If the rest of you want to do a rest, you can do that from your character sheet. There should be the rest button up at the top. Yeah, that should recover all of your stuff, but you keep your willpower. And Voska, give me a scouting roll while the others are resting.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
I'm gonna make a roll. Let's see what we get. No encounter. Okay, nothing happens during your watch. If you then want to go rest, does someone else keep watch while Voska sleeps?
Yeah, I think Orvin, having rested, would like to keep watch.
Yeah, Orvin, give me a scouting roll, please. Nice. A success. All right. Let's see. As you're watching, where do you go to watch? Do you go up to the top of the tower, up to the battlements, or where are you watching from?
If we're all resting in the bedroom, I don't know if he'd stay there the whole night, but he'd probably stay in the doorway and the hallway outside the bedroom.
Okay. As you're in that hallway, you hear sounds, and it's now nighttime. it's dark outside. You hear the sounds of all the insects that come out at night, crickets and whatnot, things that vibrate and buzz in the air, and you hear sounds kind of echoing, almost like water dripping sounds. And you've not seen water dripping up here. It's not been raining. You don't know where that's coming from, but it sounds like it's coming from down lower in this room down here. That was the servants' quarters, the guard post. Do you go to investigate that?
Orvin is 357 years old. He is way wiser than that. He, knowing the direction it's from, he's going to stay. He's not going to wake anybody up, but he's just going to spend watch on high alert,
Nice.
trying to kind of hear if it gets closer. I guess he'll keep his helmet off.
Do you have any source of light up there, or is it dark in the tower?
Actually, yeah. Unless I took a torch, I've got no light.
Okay. So your eyes dark adapt up here. There's a little bit of light coming in through the windows from the moonlight and starlight, and as your eyes dark adapt, you can see various shades of black and gray that denote the hallway and the walls and the doors. And as you're watching, you're not sure if it's fatigue, if it's your eyes playing tricks on you, or if it really is a shadow. But you think you see movement. It's black on black, and you try to focus and get any sort of definition, like what shape is it, what is it, but it seems like just movement of something darker against a black background. And it seems large, maybe larger than man-sized, but it's slow, almost like a slow swaying movement. And you could venture a guess here. I'm going to make you do a wits roll as to what that might be. See if you get any hints. You can push that if you like, but you're like, I have no idea what the hell that might be.
Pushing that could be bad, but
Yeah.
could be willpower too, I guess. We'll risk it.
Oh, nice. Well, you got a success. You surmise that is coming from further down, maybe by the drawbridge, and it's perhaps something small, but because it's far away, the shadow gets enlarged, it projects a larger shadow on the wall. So you think it's probably smaller than what you're actually seeing, but you think you see movement for sure.
Well, I think at the point where he's very confident he's seen movement, I think he would start waking up people. Maybe not Voska yet, if it can be avoided, but yeah. I guess Roderick would be who wakes up. Sorry, Roderick, but he'd probably just come. Would you be sleeping in a bed? Do we have beds? Still tents? I don't know. He'd kick your whatever it is and just say, well, sir, we've got visitors, I believe, down by the drawbridge. They're far yet, but I've seen something.
Yes. The first thing Roderick will do is look and make sure Nerdrum is still in his bed.
And Nerdrum, are you still in your bed?
I am.
Yep.
What does that mean?
No, nothing. Just had to make sure. Well, perhaps we should listen and see if it gets closer. I'm not sure if we want to alert it by lighting a torch. That might be a little too obvious.
I'm in agreement. I didn't even wait to hear if it was coming closer. I just figured we'd hold up here and be prepared in case it does.
It's a good thing. I'd rather have two of us awake if it happens upon our camp.
Let me have Roderick give me a scouting roll. This is going to be for you to listen. Listen for any particular sound, since you specified that. Do you push that?
Sure.
Nice. You get a success. You also take a damage to wits, and you gain a willpower. You hear sound, and you hear that dripping water sound, and then you hear something else, and it's a rustling sound, like cloth moving. Perhaps, it could be robes or something like that moving, but it definitely sounds like cloth. It's not metallic. It's not hard like wood or stone. but the soft rustle of cloth.
And it does sound like it's approaching our camp.
Not necessarily approaching. It sounds like it's kind of staying down at the bottom in that guard quarters, like down in this area.
Well, perhaps we'd be best just waiting, and it'd be better to approach it in the daylight, I would imagine.
What does everyone else think? Do you wait cautiously? It doesn't seem to be moving towards you.
For all we know, it could just be some drapes fluttering in the breeze.
I'm inclined to agree. It's better, to have the advantage of defense.
Gwendolyn rolls over and looks at you and says, "I'm sorry, I'm all out of willpower anyhow."
Yeah,
And
you blew
rolls
everything all
over
at
and
once.
goes back to bed.
Do you want to push that going
Vasca
to bed
just-
roll so you can get some willpower?
Yeah, right, something like that.
Sorry, Vasca, what did you say?
I was gonna say Vasca is just like completely sleeping through this.
Right. No, you're exhausted. You've had it's been a long day, and you sat up, watching while everyone else rested, and when it was your turn, you were gone. And Nerdrum, what about you? What do you think about all this?
I'm inclined to agree to just wait and let it come to us.
To leave either.
Hopefully
to
the
watching.
sun comes up by the time it comes up here.
Do you and Roderick go back to bed, or do you stay up with Eiler as he's watching?
I would stay up and continue to watch with Eiler.
Are you sure? The bearer for the Haka would probably be best to get all the sleep they can get. I will wake you if there's trouble, but I do not mind if you wish to join me.
Yeah, I mean, if this thing's going, if it is a threat and it's going to try to surprise attack you or something, I think I would want to be alert so I could help you.
Roderick will stay awake as well.
After about 45 minutes or so, that sound stops. The dripping sound, the rustling sound. It didn't sound like it slowly receded. It just suddenly, like you flipped a switch, just turned off. And you're aware of just how quiet it is now in this room. All you hear is maybe the gentle snoring of Vasca as she sleeps, oblivious to any danger, having lived one of the most frightening days of her life the day before. And when that sound ends, that sudden silence that fills the room is almost more unbearable than knowing there's something just down there. Like, did it become aware of you and now it's stalking or hiding or getting ready to pounce? And those thoughts begin to drift through your mind. Or did it leave? Do you venture down to take a look, or do you stay here?
Till ready to leave as one, I think either would stay.
Yes, likewise, I think Roderick would stay.
And Nerdrum, do you want to stay with the others?
Yeah. The sun hasn't come up yet, has it?
No, not yet. In
No.
fact, you're not sure what time it is. You can't see the moon. You're not sure. The passage of time. Have you been listening to these sounds for 15 minutes or for 4 hours? You're not sure. If you want to climb up to the top of the tower and get a better bearing on the stars, you'd be able to better judge the time of night.
I think I'll just stay where I am with the others.
The waiting is interminable, and it's near exhausting as you stay up. And eventually you see the golden glow of the dawn cresting the horizon, and you know you've made it through your first night in Weatherstone. Now, Nerdrum, you had rested the night before. However, staying up and feeling tense like this, uh, you're not sure. You're not sure why, but your agility and your wits are both somewhat reduced, and that's just for Nerdrum.
Yeah.
I went ahead and reduced those. But dawn has arrived. Vaska probably wakes up, stretching, looks around, remembers where she is. Oh, yeah, right. Those pleasant dreams are gone. We're back in this hellhole. But you have made it through the night. The new dawn has arrived. What do you do now?
I assume all was quiet last night?
Oh, you assume incorrectly. No, there was something in the tower with us, but it did not approach us. We should leave cautiously, and either is by the door, fully armored, ready to go.
Oh,
I was wondering about that. Are we going to leave through the front door?
Yeah, or and somehow get across that gap in the moat, where you know that thing is still down there.
Or is it possible we could rig something up with the crane?
Yeah, you could go take a look and see if it's still operational.
Shame we don't have a dwarf here, and that is not something I say lightly, but with that winch, if we don't craft it well, it will be our final act.
Good point.
true.
Looks terrifying.
If Nerdrum, if you want to go and take a look at that, you can give me a crafting roll as you examine. You know, is this still sturdy enough to bear weight? Is this going to collapse as soon as we start to lower ourselves down?
Yeah.
You're not real sure. You know, you're not a mechanical engineer. The chain looks sturdy. Yeah. In fact, you may be you're testing the windlass, and it's rusted, and so you're straining trying to get it free. That's the damage to your strength. As you finally get it to break free, and some of the rust flakes off, and you hear the grinding of the gears as you can slowly lower that hook down. And if you want, you can actually lower it all the way down to the ground, and then you could all just presumably climb down. It looks sturdy enough. You think you could probably do that, and that would put everyone right down here.
That seems like a nice way out. I did have one question, though, before we leave. Did we want to do anything about that supposed big chest full of gold that supposedly...
Yeah. It's down in this crevasse down there. In fact, you saw a wagon with several chests loaded on them.
Oh.
Or the remains of a wagon, I should say.
Well, unless you've sprouted wings.
I have not.
We could always lower one of us down there.
Yes, but they'd have to be light enough to lower.
Everyone turns and looks at Vaska.
Strong enough to carry a chest full of gold.
Oh, that part I'm not so good at, but to do multiple.
They lower me down and I carry you.
Exactly.
Or you ride on my back, perhaps.
It wouldn't hurt to see.
To see. Well, we can look, certainly, but...
You want to make your way down to that... I think you guys put the table or something over that gap.
Yeah, we got a big like banquet table, didn't
Yeah.
we?
If you head down there, you look down into that ravine, and you do see the rotting shells of two old wagons, and there's chests emblazoned with an old symbol on them. And I think last time you guys made the lore roll, it was the heraldry of Alderland. These look like the remains of King Algarod's war chest. If you want to lower someone down, that could definitely be done.
I can hold on to the rope.
Yeah, we do have rope. I would probably have someone make a might roll as they lower someone else down, and then the person on the rope might make a move roll if necessary, if something were to happen. So, just to be forewarned, if if the rope slips, you need to try and leap to safety or something. Not that I would do that, but those are the rolls. Might to lower it down, and potentially a move roll if you either need to scurry back up quickly before you can be pulled up, or if the rope were to break.
I have a 5 for move.
That's really good. What's your might, Roderick?
0.
But you also add your strength to that.
Yes, I would roll 5 dice.
Okay. Anyone have a better might than 5?
No.
Definitely not
Not even
Nerdrum. He just
close.
took 2 hits to strength. So.
Yeah.
In fact, Nerdrum, you're almost broken.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Vasca, are you volunteering to be tied to the rope?
She is, yes. I'll do it.
All right, Roderick. Now, you do get a bonus die, Roderick, for the rope. But do you have rope on your gear? No. So just, add that bonus die. Oh, so it was your skill in might. It was not your strength, but your skill. You know how to lock the rope into your arm so that you can control the speed as it lowers down. And that's what does it, not just brute strength. But you get Vasca lowered down. And Vasca, as you get closer and closer, you can see that these chests are fairly large, and they look like they've got sturdy locks built into them. Not a padlock, but an internal lock. You'd need to try and pick that, or you could maybe grab the whole chest and bring it up, but that might be a little difficult. What would you do? Would you try to pick that open, or try and have him haul up the whole chest?
I think she would probably try to pick it open. She has lock picks.
Excellent. How about a sleight of hand roll? And if it doesn't prompt you to add the lock picks, you can add a bonus die. But I think it'll prompt you.
Oh, yep, it does. Okay. Let's see. That should be a lot of dice.
Yeah. Ooh, got it. Nice. So you.
Oops, I don't know. I don't know why I pushed it. That was an accident.
Ooh, yeah, definitely.
I'll get rid of that.
Yeah, put that back on agility, and then just take off a willpower. You were just excited to roll dice. I don't blame you. It was a lot of dice. As you get the first chest open, there's 2 chests, and the first one is it's got a few coins in it. There's not many. There are this many silver coins, 6 silver coins, and then there's a whole lot of this brown sludge. It's kind of whitish and brown, and it smells bad. You're pretty sure this is excrement, probably those harpies.
Oof.
If you want to open the other one, go ahead and make another sleight of hand roll.
All right. Let's see.
Yes.
Nice, even better. This one has gold. This one has 8 gold coins in there. That's basically 80 silver. Now, the question is, you're the only one that knows how much money is in there. Does Vasca grab it all and share it all, or do you pocket a few coins for your trouble? You know, you're taking the dangerous part here.
Vasca might pocket a single coin.
A gold or a silver?
So probably do 5 silver, I think.
Nice. So all that you find was 8 gold and 1 silver down there. And with you being so far down and kind of the angle that people are looking, you don't even need to make a roll to try and cop those coins. You just put them into a pouch as you're moving about, and easily hidden away. No one is none the wiser. When it's time to, no, it's frustrating. These should have been filled with coins, but they are not. But it looks like the harpies maybe got here first, and who knows what has happened to those coins. You look down into the moat, and you suspect that a lot of those coins are probably in the moat in the bottom, and you could dredge it or swim down and try and grab some, but you know that's going to be dangerous.
Instead, I think she'll tug on the rope, signal Roderick to pull her back up.
Roderick, go ahead and give me another might roll and add the bonus die for the rope. Ooh. Do you push that, or does the rope get stuck and Vasca needs to climb?
Could we say that perhaps I pull a muscle and I use my pride here?
Absolutely. Because I know what your pride is, and that fits. No! In fact, that reminds me, so Vasca, you did not successfully use your pride last time.
Correct.
So you cannot use your pride this time. And so for Roderick, you can't use your pride again this time or next time. So Roderick, that muscle pull, you try and grit your teeth and grunt through it, and you're struggling. Now you can still push it because you haven't pushed it yet. But your pride is a little bit wounded as you wonder, where did my strength go? This should be an easy task.
No, I call down that they're going to have to climb the rest of the way.
Vasca, that's a move roll.
Okay. Vasca will probably pocket another 5 silver then.
Nice.
Yeah, just to balance her pockets.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
5 on this side, 5 on that side.
Precisely. She can't be lopsided.
Ooh, and you got it. So you scurry up to the top. So basically you took a gold. And
yeah, she took a gold.
So there are 7 gold and 6 silver remaining. And
Pretty good haul.
Not bad at all. How do you guys split that up? Of course, Vasca, you need at least 1 silver. So that would be your cut there. If we've got basically 75 silver, that's what, 15 silver each for the 5 of you, plus there's 1 left over.
I think so.
Gwendolyn will pick up a gold coin and a silver coin, and she'll say, "Ooh, pretty," and hold them over her eyes like she's looking around, and then she'll put those in her pocket.
Do you even know the difference between gold and silver, or you just like them because they're shiny?
Silver's actually prettier.
Right.
Because it shines.
It's you can almost see your reflection in it. The gold is, it's the color of pea. Who wants that?
Yeah.
What does everyone else take? And do you give an extra share to the thief for doing the dirty work?
Yeah, I think Eiler looks down at his sword, which he used to kill an old lady and take her money with, and then he looks up and he says, "Well, I will forfeit my share. I think Vasca's earned that much at least."
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yes, and my pack is already full with as much as I could carry from the chest, so I have plenty.
It's almost like you guys think this is cursed or something.
So,
If there was 300 gold down there, I'd fight a man for it, but 8 gold, well...
So that would be 30 for Vasca?
Yeah.
Or 30 silver?
30
So
silver.
3 gold?
Yep.
Awesome.
Nerdrum, what about you?
I'll just take the 15 silver. Isn't that what we?
Mm-hmm. That would be like an even
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, it's an even share. Yeah, and I'll sort of give a knowing glance to Vasca as if I know.
Ooh. Voska, give me an insight roll.
All right, let's see. Insight.
I am a wizard.
You look and you're like, why did he give me that look? You can push it if you want, but maybe you're feeling a little self-conscious, like Nerdrum is... He's kind of got a little grin, like maybe he knows. Did he see me do that? And would you be bothered by that, or do you just shrug your shoulders like, who cares?
She's probably pretty bothered by it, but she's also probably like trying to surreptitiously like put her hand over her mouth and then like breathe out to see if her breath smells and
Nice. Yep, not any worse than normal. Smells like morning breath.
So she just sort of shrugs.
And there's a little bit left over because not everyone took some. So there is, let's see, Wendelin took 1 gold, and Nerdrum took a gold, and then Voska. And
I
you
took
took
a silver too. Yeah,
Okay.
because you got to match.
So let's do some math here. So we had 75. You're missing 11, missing 30. Is 45 and 11 is 34. There's 34. Basically 3 gold, 4 silver left. Does Voska take that too?
I think she already took 3 gold. So
But there's not everyone took everything that was. Oh, yeah, that's right, because you took.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's where it is. Okay, you took.
I think that works out.
Yep. You took
Yeah.
Roderick and Eiler's share. That's right.
I think I just took my share and then Iwer's share.
And Roderick, you didn't want it. I think you offered it up to Voska.
Whoever wants it, I already have as much gold as I can carry.
Yeah, you don't like it if you find it. You got to kill an old lady before it actually.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I wasn't the one who slew that poor old lady. I was simply
Holding her
around
down.
when
You were going through her stuff.
Eiler told me that he had done the deed.
Yeah, you were taking the silverware and the candelabra. Well, Eiler
You were
was
in the room.
selling
You
her.
saw her body.
You're complicit. A jury will.
Well, who
I'd be
knows?
guilty.
Anything could have happened. Perhaps the door might have bludgeoned her as he charged in. We never know.
Let us never speak of it again. Well, now that you have found the war chest of King Algarod, it's still morning. What do you do now?
Perhaps we should investigate where that shadow was.
Yeah, if you want to go see what that was, it was something down in this room. And
It's towards the way out. Yes.
yeah, as you head back up that way, you look, and there are. This is the guard chambers, and there are like tabards, like the big cloth hangings that hang on the walls that have heraldry and emblems on them, and you notice with just enough breeze, one flaps a little bit, and with that crack in the drawbridge, it just was enough to make it flap ever so slightly. And you think maybe that was it. That must have been it. But where the dripping sound came from, that you can't place. But you think it was probably nothing more than a whisper cloud.
Do we see any signs of moisture or anything?
Yeah, give me a scouting roll.
Scouting. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry.
Uh-oh, that's okay.
I should, I was moving my thing. What did I have? A 2 strength, and I think I had
One
agility,
and one
wits.
wits. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Scouting.
Do you push that?
Yeah, I need some willpower.
Got one. Nice. You don't see any water, but one thing that you do see is that that body that was there of the adventurer, part of Esgar Farthing's group. It's not there. It's not where you
Oh.
left it. And then it hits you. Maybe that's what was moving around at night. That body had no blood in it, but it's missing.
What in the world?
Hungry vulture, tale as old as time.
Should we try to find it and put it to rest?
Yeah.
Eiler almost laughs at that. You want to go find the body? It's something that was taken by presumably something ghoulish.
Well, perhaps the beast in the lake grabbed it and pulled it into the lake.
It did sound like it was moving awful slowly, if it was something moving. That would have been an awfully long movement for it to make, and it would have had to have moved through that little bridge gate down there, right? I don't know if it could have done that. I have seen it moving down there. It was quite big.
Yeah, the tentacle was huge.
It could be a good idea to clear this.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Nerdrum.
I was just saying it could be a good idea to clear this place out, because we could actually make a stronghold out of this place.
Clear it out. How do you mean by that?
Make sure we've cleared out any sort of ghouls or whatever sort of creatures might be still hiding around in this place are gone.
How about the moat monster? Does that count?
That's the...
It's kind of like a guard dog. That may not be such a bad thing.
I was just telling Vaska yesterday that could be tactically sound for us, but we would have to be well aware of it at all times.
You might want to build some sort of means to get across the moat rather than going over the rope.
A new drawbridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Certainly, but yes, I do agree. We should clear this place out. It does seem it's quite charming. I guess the humans built this. They did a good job. I like the way it's across multiple different peaks.
Yeah, it's very defensible, and it was good enough for a king. Why should it not be good enough for you?
A human king, but yes, true.
True.
And perhaps there are secret passageways in this fortress. I'm sure a fortress such as this has many unknown tunnels. Perhaps that's where that body went.
Yeah.
Surely there's got to be sally ports where if the king needed to escape, he could, or things that are hidden, maybe a tunnel that leads far away from here.
That could explain why we were hearing those noises in the tower when we had drawn up the drawbridge.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing we need to do since we had a rest, we need to roll for food and water. Oh, let's take care of that on your sheet and click on food and water. Ones or twos mean you reduce it by one.
I do not have any food.
I don't have any water.
Ooh, and someone is now out. And Wendelin, you're out of water. Or your water gets reduced by one.
Yeah. I can give somebody a food dice.
So yeah, if you want to give someone a food dice, you'll actually lower your dice by one step, and then Vaska can raise her food dice up. Otherwise, we're going to need to do some hunting.
Yeah, I've got 8, so I can spare.
Appreciate it.
Does anybody else have food?
And she'll just look at her and she'll say, "But it's what party members would do for each other.
Yeah, we
look
don't
out
steal
for
from each other.
Yes. You're right.
Yes, withholding this food from you would be like as if I stole it from you.
You're right, yes. Though I'm not an old lady that is injured. I think the coins put me overweight.
Let's take a look.
was
Wouldn't
at-
that be ironic?
Yeah, probably just the ones you stole.
I was at 3.5.
Where is that? Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I've got 33 gold. Surely that'd be quite way down if that were the.
I wonder if something else has that. Let's see if I do.
Anybody else have food to spare?
That one's at 4.5.
Gwendolyn will give you a dice.
Oh, thank you very much, Gwendolyn.
She can forage.
Yeah, I'll have to go hunting next time.
Plus,
You're
you're
out
still
there.
hurt.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you would be able to heal me when you got a chance.
I don't have any willpower. I'll have to build some up.
Oh, Nerdrum just ate up all of his food.
Oh my god. It's my day.
We might have to go hunting.
You lost the food I just gave you? What did you do? Throw it on the ground?
I didn't lose it, I ate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my weight now went back up on its own.
What? Oh, yeah, look at that.
Are you popped out?
Now it's at 4.5 again.
That is so weird.
It's still, I think, too heavy, right?
I don't think I've got this set so that money adds encumbrance. Let me look at the setting on here.
Maybe it doesn't. I know her inventory was bugged at the beginning, and you did something to fix it.
Yeah.
Light equals 1 weight, right?
I think light equals 1.
I had sling in my back. I had stuff in my backpack, but the backpack isn't like. Oh, that kind of did. Weird.
Let's see. So that put it as dropped. We put it there. Okay, yeah. So let's just we'll just put it there. There we go. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what's up with that.
Bugs in the system. So today, if we want to scout for any sort of secret passageway we can, we also may want to try and get some food. There's the plains all around us. We go and try and hunt. Some could hunt while others are searching the keep, or we could all do one of the activities.
Yes, and do you think enough time has passed that it might be worth going to see if our chest of gold was not discovered, and we could bring that back here?
Yeah,
And it's only been 1 day.
Yeah, it's only been a day. That it's possible that they're still in pursuit, or maybe they felt satisfied that they had chased you off, and maybe they found some of the gold, or maybe all of the gold. But this would be a much safer place here than just out on a campsite. Let's go to our map. Let's look at.
With the Rust brother in pursuit, I might want to give it more than a day.
Yeah, same.
But he'll get away.
So I think that's over. Actually, I think it's over here, just across the river, is where we left it. It's right there. So that would take us like a day to get there and like a day to get back.
It might be worth it to just do a little more here first.
if you spend a quarter day searching around, you'll be able to find a few things here in Weatherstone. There's a lot of rusted swords, rusted armor, things like that. You find there's not a lot of supplies like food that is still good. Most of it's either been rotted away or eaten by rodents or other vermin, insects, and whatnot. But there is a lot of wooden furniture. If you needed to start fires or something, you could. There are hearths if you need to warm the place. You go searching for a sally port or a passageway, and let me have Roderick. You're probably the most martial-minded of us. Let me have you make a roll for this. This is going to be an insight roll. As you know, where would I put this if I were the king? Nice. And you know that he has to have an exit, because the last thing you want is to have your king holed up in a tower with no way of getting out. And that windlass or the crane, that's not going to be what you want. So you suspect there's got to be something. And you start going floor by floor. You're tapping on walls and moving furniture and looking. And it's in the bedroom. In the king's bedroom, you find a false panel in one of the walls. As you tap, it sounds hollow, and you spend a few minutes, finding the edges of the panel. But you can push it in. You feel the groan of old springs, and then to the side as it slides out of the way, you can gain access to this. And there is a set of stairs that winds around inside the wall that goes down to about what you can guess is nearly the very bottom, down to about where you started. It takes you 20 minutes to go down this stairway. And do you have a torch, Roderick? I think we've kind of made torches. Maybe you get a piece of old wood and wrap it up in some cloth and use that as a torch. I don't think any of us have torches. So you use that, and you find your way down, and you reach what must be an escape route, and you follow it. And it goes for about 100 yards horizontal, and then it comes out in a small cleft of rocks, and it zigs and zags near the entrance so that anyone passing by would be hard-pressed to see that that's an entrance. And it's mostly overgrown with brush, but you see daylight coming out there. This is a way in and a way out, a secret way. And give me a scouting roll as you get down there and start looking around. Ooh, do you push that?
No, as soon as I've discovered that there's this exit, I would likely return and see if one of the halflings would be interested in scouting ahead. This is more their department.
Yeah, you can take Vaska down with you. Vaska, do you want to make a scouting roll as Roderick shows you this path?
Absolutely. Voska, I think, is sort of sneaking along as she does this, just in case there's something there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, excellent. You see footprints, and these are fresh, and they are man-sized, and they are boots. This was no skeleton, no skeletal foot. These are boots. And there's a shuffling gait, as though the feet were sliding somewhat as they moved through here. And once it gets out into the grass, you can see a trail. It meanders slightly as it comes out, and then it makes a sharp turn to the east and goes straight east, and then you lose it in the grass. Something or someone came out of here very recently, if not last night, perhaps in the last couple of nights, and moved through there enough that the grass has not returned to fill in those marks of movement as it passed through there and pushed grass aside.
Suppose we know where that dead adventurer went?
Question is, will he come back?
Yeah.
And did he go just wandering, or did he go in search of reinforcements? Or was it something else that was here?
I mean, Can she track any of like the in the dust of this old place, any footprints back to where that body was?
Yeah, with 3 successful rolls or three successes like that, you look all around where that body was, and you only see the set of prints that belong to that body. It's as though this body got up and moved.
Okay. So looks like it was the body.
This was the body that looked like it was drained of all blood, right?
Yes, that's correct.
That we thought might have been like the victim of a vampire or something.
Yeah, and now it seems to have gotten up and wandered off in the night. This place is looking more like a home with every passing moment.
Exactly.
Yes, was there some sort of area I could set up a forge and a smithy of sorts that I could perhaps fashion some hinges and put a door up in this passageway?
Yeah, there's that laboratory. There would be things there that you could certainly use for this, and a crafting roll would help you with that. Nice. Yeah, you get a forge set up, and it's going to take you most of the day to do this, but you'll be able to make hinges, doors, if you need to refashion chain, anything like that. You can use some of the old iron here and try and salvage as much as you can, scraping off the oxide and making it whole again. What are your plans, door and hinge-wise here?
Well, yes, if I can spend the rest of the day, I will start fashioning some hinges and try and set up a sturdy door that we could lock from the inside so that nothing can come back in through that passage.
Through the secret passage?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, absolutely. So it takes you most of the day, but you do get that set up. While Roderick is doing that, what is Eiler doing?
So, I mean, if he's not patrolling, well, yeah, I mean, we're still in danger. And he's actually, I just saw that he was injured. He broke himself. He's paranoid. So I think he's like really on edge, just trying to walk around and keep watch, worried about this thing he failed to find last night.
Oh, yeah. What about Wendelin?
She's going to go out foraging.
Perfect. If you want to give me a roll for that foraging. Nice. And
That's all right.
Yeah, you got extra successes there. That's perfect. So with just looking up how much you get here with foraging, you get for every success is so you get 2 dice worth of food. These are vegetables. You can eat these raw, so it'll count as a unit of food today. Or if someone can cook them, then that will count as a resource die.
Voska has chef.
Yeah, that's what we need. Perfect.
Nice.
So you can turn those 2 things into food. That will take you a quarter day. So maybe the first quarter of the day until the afternoon, Wendelin goes out and finds veggies, and then the second quarter, Voska is cooking them. And so now we have 2 dice worth of food. I think, is it Voska and Nerdrum that are out of food?
Yeah, and I was going to
yes.
go hunting.
Perfect. So if you want to go hunting, we may be able to add to that cooking talent. So if you want to give me a hunting roll.
Yeah, is hunting
It's a survival.
it's a survival. Oh,
Do you push that?
yeah.
Oh, nice. Found prey. Let's see what you find. You find a crow. So you just need a weapon to get this crow, and then you can make a marksmanship roll to take down the crow. And if you get it, you get 1 unit of meat.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, and actually, you can roll again. You got 2 successes. So before I see if you want to push it, you could also find a deer, which would be better. So maybe you're going after the deer. That'd be worth
Oh, yeah.
more meat and pelt. So you didn't.
Yeah.
You can push that marksmanship roll if you like, as you spot this deer. It does not have yellow eyes. Thank goodness for that.
That's good.
Ooh.
Oh.
Would your pride work here? You could potentially still use your pride.
Ooh.
Let me look. Maybe. Maybe that deer looked a little menacing.
Yeah.
If you want to use your pride here, I would let you.
Okay. Well, I mean, I do need food to survive, so it is sort of threatening me. So I'm going to make it suffer a painful death.
Oh, yes, you do. So that'll be 5 more units of food. So that's die improvements. And then let me throw some pelts on here too.
Did he bring crow back?
No, he brought deer.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that's too close to a raven.
Right. So we find
You
3
shoot a raven,
pelts,
I'll kill you.
and now we have 7 units of food. And so each unit is a die improvement. And so if you have like a D6, you can take one of those to make it a D8, and so on as we're stocking up on food. And actually, we can only do 6 of those because the chef at rank 1 is only up to D6 units of food, so up to 6.
Okay. So how many can Nerdrum take?
Oh, we actually have a proper kitchen. There's a kitchen here, so you could do all 7.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I also have a cauldron, if that helps.
Yeah, I think you can actually add that onto your
D6 plus 2 units.
Yeah, so you get which that would still be your 7 there. So let's dole out the food. So if everyone takes 1, you can all increase your food die by 1. And then who's got the lowest number still? Anyone have a D10 or a D12 for food?
Mm-mm.
Well, maybe the hunter and the gatherer take that extra one.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And by the time this is done, we'll have that door secured in the king's chambers. What is Eilir doing during this day? Oh, and before I forget, Nerdrum, as you are out hunting, you begin to feel tired again, as though your wits and your agility have somehow taken a blow.
Oh, yeah, because he has the staff.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to need a little lie down.
What is Eilir doing during this time?
Yeah, he's further scouting like the lower parts of the tower, just like just clearing it out, kind of.
Yeah, there's
like
a lot of
Rocket.
skeletons. What do you do with all these skeletons, Eilir?
Actually, yeah, maybe that would be a good task. Get like a cart or something if there's anything he can find to use, and just pile them up and then dump them in the ravine.
Nice. Just down by the wagon and the chests down there.
Yeah, let them rest with the treasury.
Yeah, you hear the clatter of bones, some of them shattering as they hit the ground, and you wonder, this was a person, centuries ago, and they had hopes and dreams and families, and now they're just bleached bones out in the sun as you dump them unceremoniously. Do you offer any words over these remains? These were once people, or do you just do it dispassionately? You do have the path of the killer, so you'd have no problem.
Yeah. Well, and further beyond that, he kind of like, as an elf, in a way, he sees humans as invasive to the Ravenlands.
Yeah.
Like, if he's saying anything, he's just kind of muttering about, invaders and you get what you get, kind of. Not very nice. Not like super passionate, but yeah, no like solemn words of praise or anything, certainly.
Nice. we've got this cleared out. We've got the back door secure. We've got some food. I think this counts as a stronghold. Now, what the stronghold will do for us is a couple of things. So, it has two base effects. So you can rest and sleep undisturbed here without risking any mishaps, not like when you're out in the wild. And you also gain 1 willpower point when you arrive home to your stronghold and spend at least 1 day there. And you can only gain 1 willpower each per session this way. So that's going to start now that we've got it cleared out and we've got it secured. So why don't we go ahead and everyone can add 1 willpower for setting up
Awesome.
this stronghold.
Oops.
Now, eventually, you can add things to this, like a bakery and different functions, and maybe you begin to attract people, maybe from the hollows that you can hire to come work for you. You can set up a forge, which we basically have set up, but kind of a makeshift forge. But if we want to make like a gallows or a library or things like that, that's all stuff that is optional here. I don't know how long we'll stay here, but this will be a place we could return to again and again. As
Yes, perhaps Yawin would like to set up a brewery here. You'd be much welcome, I should think.
Absolutely. I don't know that you get a lot of visitors here, but
I can't wait for the diplomacy session.
Yeah, this is now the bed and breakfast. People come and spend the night. Let's go ahead. We've spent a day doing all this. It's nearly time to rest. Nerdrum, as you're getting more and more weary, you're yawning. In fact, your agility is now broken, and you're so tired you can't move, as though the weight of office or leadership is just taking a toll on you, and it's time to sleep. And you and Eiler will for sure need to sleep. I think you guys are definitely or excuse me. No, yeah, just Nerdrum. You will need to sleep as your agility's broken. Someone can do a healing roll to try and patch you up a little bit, but you're fading quickly. Everyone will need to eat and drink, and then we can go to bed. We'll just go through all that food that we just got.
I think Vasca might try to find something and maybe put something metal against that door.
Yeah.
Just so that if it's opened, maybe you'll hear the metal
hear it scrape.
Chime or go into the wall.
Yeah. Good thinking. There's a suit of armor you could put right in front of that door. So if someone were to try and breach it, it would fall over. In fact, if you want to make a sleight of hand roll, you can set that up almost like an alarm system. Just the slightest nudge will topple that right over.
Awesome. She will do that.
Nice. And Eiler, you tend to Roderick, and he eats his meal, drinks his water, and goes to bed. Or tend to Nerdrum, excuse me.
Nerdrum, yes.
And Vasca, you get that set up like an alarm system. Yeah, you wonder, will that body come back tonight, or where did it go? Let me have Wendelin and Vasca and Eiler make a food and water roll.
Don't have any water. My skin broke. I said I would have found one on the dead guy, though, or in the kitchen or something.
Yeah, there would have been one in the kitchen. And there's no water, but you could borrow water from someone else.
I could give you water.
Yeah, or you can take some from Nerdrum.
Oh, Wendelin, your food gets reduced by 1. And Vasca, your food gets reduced by 1. That deer was just so delicious.
I will also go to D10s for water. There we go.
Perfect. And then Eiler, you can go to D6 for water. Excellent.
Thank you kindly.
Perfect. And then everyone, is someone going to stay up and keep watch?
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. Everyone else can rest. And let me have Eiler give me a scouting roll.
He will take his helmet off when he keeps watch.
Yeah, a little easier.
Kind of casual. Yeah, relaxing. But still in armor. Prepare if need be.
Nice. Let me just roll here. nothing happens. And then when you go to sleep, who else takes watch while Eiler sleeps?
Bosca will volunteer.
Okay. Voska, you can give me a scouting roll while Eiler rests.
All right.
Ooh, do you push that?
Yes, actually. Let's see.
Ah,
That was a lot of 4s.
that was a lot of 4s. Let me see if there is something. Okay, yeah, that one won't happen. Okay. Other than a few rats scurrying around, there's nothing that you notice. Nothing seems to have moved through the halls. No one's approaching. There's no torches in the distance. It's very quiet, other than the vermin that call this place home as well. Morning crests over the mountains. It's your first full day of being, of taking ownership of Weatherstone. And what now?
Gwendolyn would like to do some training if she could.
Yeah, we could spend a quarter day training one another, kind of boning up on some of our skills. If you got XP to burn, this would be a good time to use it.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, I've got 21 experience.
So let's do the spending XP. Perfect. So you can use your. Let's go over the spending XP rules real quick. You can use your XP to improve skills and talents, or to learn new ones. You can only spend it during a quarter day when you're resting or sleeping, so not traveling. That's what we're doing. You can increase a skill level by 1 step. That costs a number of XP equal to the skill level you want to attain multiplied by 5. So to go from 1 to 2 would cost 10, 2 to 3 would cost 15. You can only increase a level 1 at a time. To learn a new skill at level 1 would be 5. And you have to have either used the skill during the session or be instructed by a teacher, someone that has level 1. So Eiler, you've got Cold-Blooded, Defender, and Quartermaster that you could teach to anyone that wants to learn those. Now, those are talents. So skills, those are the things on the front of your character sheet, like scouting or things like that. Might is another one. Talents, that's like Cold-Blooded, Defender, and Quartermaster. Those are cheaper. To learn a new talent is 3 XP. And to increase a talent from like 1 to 2 costs times 3. So 2 times 3 would be 6. So 6 XP to go to rank 2, 9 XP to go to rank 3, etc. If you want to do magic, that's different. If you don't have a teacher, it's prohibitively expensive, but it's not impossible. Does someone want to learn Cold-Blooded, Defender, or Quartermaster from Orphan?
Roderick would like to learn Defender.
Yeah, it would cost you 3 XP. No roll is needed if you're instructed with a teacher with the talent.
It is good. It will help you control the battlefield, I find.
What does Defender do?
It essentially gives you a free parry every round and a bonus to parries at rank 2. And rank 3, you can parry unlimited times. So that's how I was able to parry like all of those attacks in the first fight. Yeah.
Because normally you can do 1 parry if you use your fast action for that, and then you can't parry anymore in the round unless you use your slow action for that. But this way you get a free one. But at rank 3, yeah, you can do everything. So I put Defender on your character sheet, Roderick. So that'll cost you 3.
I think Voska would also like to learn that.
Yeah, I could drop that.
It's a good one.
Voska's
I'd love to show a few tips. You did save our lives.
Yes, and hopefully it doesn't come to that again, though. I was lucky.
This is the Forbidden Land.
So Voska, you could teach Chef or Ambidextrous to anyone that wanted to learn those.
Ambidextrous is one I want to learn. Sword Fighter probably is the one I want to pick up most, but those two are That's good that you have that.
I think Roderick. Do you have sword fighter? Yes, Roderick has sword fighter and smith. Here's sword fighter.
I sort of want to get one rank of move.
Of move. Does anyone
So that's
have move?
Eilir does. Yeah, he's got move 1.
Perfect.
Yeah,
that's 5.
Yes. And then I'll bump that up to 1. Perfect. Anyone else want to learn a skill? For 5?
Yeah, can I learn 2 skills? I've got the points.
Yes, you just can't go one skill up 2 levels, but if you got the points, you absolutely can. What skills do you want to do?
I was going to have Vaska teach me ambidextrous and then have Roderick show me a few sword tricks.
Sword fighter. So that'll be, what, 6 XP? So let me drop those in here. Ambidextrous. And sword fighter. There we go.
And was it 10 experience to go to tier 2 on a talent?
No, 6. If it's a skill like might or melee or marksmanship, that would be 10. But a talent would be 6. So that a talent is times 3.
Okay, I would like to take Sword Fighter up to rank 2 if I can.
Yeah, so that would cost you 6, and I can bump that up to 2 for you. There we go. And then just go ahead and take off the XP for that. Nerdrum could teach fast footwork, incorruptible, lightning fast, or sharpshooter. Gwendolyn.
What does fast footwork do?
That's like Defender, but for dodging. You get free dodges, which is really good.
In the chat there.
Incorruptible, though. What does that one do? Sounds interesting.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
you
good for you.
shared it.
Yeah. I see, yeah.
Can you use both defender and fast footwork in the same?
In the same round?
Because you can...
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can do it free at rank 1. You get a free one.
I think
You
Vaska.
can't dodge after you parry, right? Sorry.
Oh, like if you fail the parry, then try to dodge? Yeah, that.
Yeah, you couldn't do that,
No,
right?
no, yeah, that you can't do. But if someone attacks you, you could parry it, and if someone else attacks you, you could try and dodge that with fast footwork. Yeah, you can't double dip on the same attack. Gwendolyn can teach Pack Rat. That might be really useful for
Yeah.
Vaska.
Yeah.
That one's useful for everybody. It's such a good...
Yeah.
Or Pathfinder or Sixth Sense is another good one.
Pack rat, I think, is what.
Yeah, I like Pack Rat too.
All right, I'll add Pack Rat onto your things. That'll just cost you 3 XP.
Awesome.
I'll drop that on there.
Thank you.
Drum and Vaska. Anyone want to do any skills? The ones that you roll dice for?
Yeah, I was thinking about asking somebody to teach me marksmanship, but I can't even carry a bow right now. So
Nerdrum is probably one of our. Well, no. Who's our?
I don't actually have the skill in marksmanship. I just have a bow, and I do have the sharpshooter talent.
Oh, that's
I should
what
get
I'm
rid of
doing,
that.
Sharpshooter.
Right, yeah. I've got to get rid of that armor, so if anybody wants that, feel free, or else I'll just leave it in our room up here. I don't know why my weight went up. I didn't get anything new.
Gwendolyn would like to take herbalist,
Ooh.
and I was wondering if my foraging could apply to that.
Yeah, I think you actually got a really good roll on that, and I think that would fit story-wise. Let me drop that on there.
Anybody need any weed, you come see me first.
I'm trying to see if there's any for climbing or
That's
balancing.
probably just going to be move.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's like the only mobility one. Well, Vasca, you were quite tricksy with your sleight of hand. Could you teach me any of that?
Oh, of course, yes.
Always useful. Maybe it'd be better to steal before I kill. Yes.
Agreed. Here. And she'll show with the lock picks.
Nice.
Maybe she'll pull a practice lock out of her pocket.
I'll bump your sleight of hand up 1. That'll cost you 5.
Yeah, I did take the XP points off.
Oh, perfect.
I had 15, and then I used 6, and then I used 5. So,
Excellent.
well, thank you very much. We've learned a lot today.
Anyone else want to
Yeah.
spend any XP?
Yeah, I did have some other talents that weren't able to be trained.
That you wanted to pick up?
Yeah.
What talent?
There are 3 of them. Master of the Hunt.
You did hunt,
Fast-
so I would allow that.
And Fast Shooter and Quick Draw were the other 2.
For sure, Master of the Hunt. You used, let's see, Fast Shooter. I'm a maybe on that one. Quick Draw.
We haven't been in combat.
Yeah, for right now, I'd probably say Master of the Hunt is probably the most likely.
Okay.
You want to pick that one up?
Yes, please.
Okay. Perfect.
So I have to make a roll, right?
Yeah, because we don't have anyone. Well, your hunting was pretty good. You did get 2 successes on your hunting roll, so I'm going to say that counts as your roll that you would need.
Oh, okay.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that'll work out well. Otherwise, it's a wits roll, but with your extra success, just like Gwendolyn with Herbalist.
And then
Yeah,
so that's
so if
3.
3. If you wanted to bump up your marksmanship, you did use that skill and you succeeded without any skill level during this session. So you could bump up marksmanship. It would cost you
Yeah,
5.
that was the other thing I was going to ask, was about bumping up marksmanship.
Yeah, so it says you must have either used the skill and succeeded without any skill level, or be instructed by a teacher, which we don't have a teacher, but you did use it. So you could bump
Okay.
up marksmanship for 5.
Nice.
Likewise, like
Okay.
if Roderick wanted to do might, because you did use might to lower Vasca down, you could do that as well. In fact, if you wanted to bump up crafting, you use that. That would cost you 15. You don't have that much XP to go to level 3 on crafting. But any other XP spends?
Yeah, Gwendolyn's going to go up a rank in passive healing.
Nice. You, let's see. Perfect. So now you're rank 3?
Yes.
Perfect. And you've got the rank 3 spells already on there,
Yep.
right? Perfect.
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent. Any other XP spends? Why don't we go ahead and
No.
take... Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I was wondering just how much does it take to get to rank 2 spells if you don't have a teacher?
If you don't have a teacher, let's take a look at that. Let's do the math. So, for magic to develop, let's see, without a teacher, the cost for increasing the rank in a magical talent or learning a new one is tripled. So normally, to go from rank 1 to 2 would cost you 6. It would be tripled. It would be 18.
18. Okay. And rank 3 is... I should just
Would
write
be
this down.
would be 9. Tripled would be 27.
27. Yeah. Okay. I gotta save up for those.
Yep. It'd be great to have, though.
Yeah.
why don't we go ahead and take our break here? Let's meet back in about 8 minutes, and we'll see where else we get.
Okay.
See you soon.
With two-handed sword, I'm headed to the mountains to rescue the princess from the evil goblin. I ignore all the signs of impending danger because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity, 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me, crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and shoes, parts tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in a battle, hewing foes asunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wander. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon, try to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down, the DM no bloody. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on a living paper, escape from the mundane to a naval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice and my fate is unspoken. The king honored me with a mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a hero, struggling to stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now I'm a level 5. Level 5.
All right, I am back. Let me know if you're here. I hear Craig, I hear Luke, I hear Jessica, I hear Henrik. Did I hear Ubik? Are you here? Yes, excellent. All right, we're all here. Let's jump back into it. Now, as you are doing this training, you find your abilities and your wits again. You don't know why, you suspect, but it's that staff. It seems to be weighing on you.
With two-handed
We've spent. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm headed to the mountains to rescue the princess from the evil goblin. I ignore all the signs of impending danger because I'm a fighter.
What does Eiler think? You know much of the
Not
lore
some
of
crappy
this place.
ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity. 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me. Crafted from numbers on living paper. Escape from the mundane. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of
The most precious part of that is
my fate
at
is
some point
unspoken.
you may want to take that ruby out and put it back in the stand just around. That may render the scepter useless. That burden may still be there.
I locate the lair but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me.
See, that's where you just need to raise up a skeleton and
A
let the
hero
skeleton
in armor and truth. Bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch
Yep.
illuminates the enemy.
When no one's looking, you sneak it into Wendell's camp.
Your wind falls asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder.
It's 1 point of agility and 1 point of wits for David's.
The corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder.
You could leave it here at Weatherstone. You could find a place to hide it or have it placed it. Because then you know where it is should you need it. But of course, when you need it, it's not going to be here. You're going to wish you had it.
While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice.
Yeah, would anyone else dare to rotate it? Just 1 point with your quarter day. Nope. I don't know if Roderick's
My
wits can
last
take.
potion.
Yeah, I know your empathy's low.
Shots through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate with a handful of dice.
So if Wendell
5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down. The DM will I leave
we
with
could
the
go back to the Hollows and
princess.
raise the whole town with that staff.
Satchel chock full of gold. We hit
Let's take a
the
look at our
tavern
map of the Ravenlands.
where my
From
mighty
the vantage of the tower, say we can see quite far around. I'm going to mark all or clear all the squares around. X's.
crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a little paper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice in my face.
A place called Grindbone. Hunters whisper of Grindbone. The village of slavers and thieves lies beyond the forest. Many have heard the cry of the villagers. It said that the millstones grind the souls of the slaves.
It's blessed by the
With
elves.
that, I think it might have been in Hollows.
I thank him and I go.
We were told to follow the Elliot River to the northeast. We're actually on the
Struggling to
southeast side.
stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now,
But we had also
now I'll never find.
Actually, that's all. But we had been told that there was a village by the sea said to be run by druids. I don't know what it's called or where it might be. We don't even know where the sea is, but that's another place we've been told to look out for. So do we want to make sure that we don't have any invading armies or other settlements nearby that might hear that Weatherstone is empty? Do we want to go and propagate rumors on that place is haunted, stay away from there? Do we want to do this research and adventure? Right? Gwendolyn, give me a lore roll to see what you might know of this settlement of druids by the sea. Oh, there we are. You know a bit. That's all you know is just that little bit. But what you do know is ownership. I'll make it visible in the Raven's Purge legends. But you know that the humans are said to have first tread the soil of Ravenland at a place called Pelagia. And according to the Druids, here the winds of the land are born between the four holy monoliths to be loaded with rain so that the clouds can carry water to the fields and fortresses. In these days, expectations are high at the Temple of Pelagia. The temple is supposed to have been granted another gift, an occurrence that, according to legend, has only happened 4 times before in the history of these lands. A gift that only the worthy can claim. What it contains or how it is claimed is difficult to say.
Rescue the princess
Somewhere near the sea, this
from the
place
evil
called Pelagia
goblin.
must be.
I ignore all the signs.
Now you can see there are clouds to the south of us. It said that the moisture is drawn in from the sea through these 4 monoliths and then taken over across the land. So maybe it lies to the south.
Not some crappy ranger.
We've never been to the ocean.
47
We
hit
don't know if it's north, south,
points.
east, or west, but
And a high
my best guess is
dexterity.
probably east. Most of the rivers that we've seen seem to flow
17 feet
east,
straight.
presumably towards the sea.
Kobolds are afraid of me. Cracked up from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken.
Not
Excellent.
gonna push it.
We're going to go 2 hexes. What general direction do you want to go? Do you want to head like that way, that way, that way?
Did you say that the river travels east?
The river up here, the Elia River, it went east. This little river here, this one looks like it starts at a from that lake, the Tin, and it just comes here and forms the moat. Now you can see from Weatherstone there was some water, a body of water up here. It looked like maybe a marsh, maybe some sort of brackish marsh. That could be the sea. So many hexes, so little time. Which way do you lead us, Gwendolyn? I think Gwendolyn will.
I would be inclined to follow the river, so that way we have a source of food,
Yeah, so
water, and maybe we could do some fishing.
So we could follow the river down here. This river that made up the moat, or the one that we crossed leaving the hollows?
The one up here where
Okay.
we.
So let me move us up here. Let me reveal a little bit more of the terrain there. So you can see kind of grasslands east and west, but directly to the north it looks marshy. Who is our scout?
Oh, I thought
I guess
that
Eiler
was-
would probably volunteer.
Yeah, give me a scout.
Somebody leads and somebody scouts. Yeah. Just keep watch, right?
Yep. Ooh, you push that.
Sure. He's paranoid right now.
Ah, got it. Nice. Let me roll to see if we have an encounter here. Oh, yes we do. and you see it coming before it arrives. As you get close to the marsh, you find the decayed remains of an unfortunate wanderer in front of you. The ravens and the wild animals have already done their part, and the body is just about ripped to pieces. It looks like this person's been dead for quite some time. Most of the clothing is in tatters and weathered. The body is black. Whatever flesh remains, most of the guts and soft parts have been taken out. You don't know if he may have fallen on a pouch. There could be some valuables under him or around him, but it looks like he's been out here for quite some time.
Cool.
Do you
Grim's-
draw close to that?
Yeah, I think I would call him before he does, but he would say, "Well, it looks like a dead fellow, but he's been gone a while, so maybe no harm." And he'd approach, still cautiously, but if he's been dead a while, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's been dead quite some time. It looks like maybe this was, not just some, defenseless soul. You see, there's a dagger still in the scabbard about what remains of his waist, and looks like a wooden spear. The end is still sharp, laying not far from where he fell. It's likely that he knew how to protect himself, but clearly something got the better of him.
Yes, doesn't matter how good you are with the spear if there's 12 fellows attacking you.
Right.
Can Wendelin tell anything culturally about the weapons?
Yeah, give me a lore roll. Nice. Wow, 3. You see a couple things on here. So the weapons have a strange marking on them, and let me see if I can find the marking, and I'll show it to you. Give me just a second. This may take me just a moment. The spear doesn't have it, but the dagger does. One second. The dagger has a symbol that looks like this, and I'm going to put that in the chat as well. That'd be easier to see in the chat. And with 3 successes, you know that this is a special type of rune or character known as Maha. And Maha comes from the it's a druidic symbol. And you know that if I can find the thing here. No, wrong book. Tell you what you know of Maha.
I think you cut out there.
Oh, can you hear me? Am I still cut out?
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
No, I can hear you.
1 second. I was going to tell you what you know about this. Sorry, I had the wrong book here. Still got the wrong book. So the Maha language is a druid language. The druids use this for their magic rituals. It's a written language consisting of pictograms without any spoken component. Maha is not used to communicate, but to formulate statements. These statements either say something about reality or create what they state through magic rituals. At druid temples, Maha is used in more everyday contexts, such as education. These signs are often carved into clay tablets that are then combined to form statements. So this language is called Maha. And that symbol you saw carved onto the bone handle of the dagger.
It's a druid.
Does anyone mind if I take the dagger?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all, yeah.
He won't need it.
Do you want to check his pockets?
Yes. I mean, she won't ask about the dagger. She's just going to stick it in her belt.
I'm just going to roll some dice here. Give me an endurance roll, if you would, Gwendolyn. Okay, you're fine. You grab the knife. You roll the body over, and you see a wound in the back. In fact, there is a blade that's been broken off. It's between the shoulder blades. It's embedded in the spine of this individual. And you can see, because it's still poking out a bit, someone put a knife in there and snapped it off.
Oh.
Like an assassination?
Yeah, that would be an excellent guess. This looks like an assassination. There is no pouches, no money, no worldly goods other than the dagger and the spear.
Is the dagger just a standard dagger as far as gear goes?
Yep, standard dagger. Let me, I'll throw that into chat and you can drop that on your character sheet.
I already grabbed it.
Oh, perfect. Yep. Run-of-the-mill dagger. This person had no money. They're probably poor, but you would know if, this community of druids you've heard of, maybe it's communal and, whatever they have belongs to everyone.
Sentimental at least.
Mm-hmm.
Are you interested in speaking with this person?
Yeah, you have a spell that can do that.
He may want to take his dagger back.
Oh, we can leave the body. That's fine. I was just wondering if you had an interest in talking with him.
I think best to let him rest.
No problem.
Gwendolyn, it'd be interesting if this skeleton resurrects itself in the night and comes after you for its dagger. That'd be a most interesting tale.
Oh, that's gruesome.
Although, part of me is interested in wondering who assassinated him and why.
I agree.
There may be something else going on in this village we're heading to.
That's a good point.
But we can always come back to it. Sorry, you were saying, Vasca?
I was going to say perhaps we ought to, after all, then.
We're here. He's here.
Okay.
Do you want to speak with the dead?
Yeah, I will kneel down beside him, and
so this is a rank 2 spell, and you have rank 2 in Path of Death, so you can't safe cast this. I think we got that rule figured out. So you would have to make a roll, but you can pump as many willpower as you want. Let's see. It says you must know the victim's name. You don't know their name. You can still try. You might get some information.
When he starts spellcasting, I take a few steps back, just in case.
Yeah.
What is the word on the dagger?
Maha.
Maha. Oh, that's not a name.
Yeah, Maha is the type of language. Like if we said, Latin or hieroglyph or
Right.
something.
Real quick, I'll search some other things on him and see if there's anything that looks like a name, anything engraved.
Yeah, give
Like
me
on a.
give me a scouting roll as you do that.
Check his underpants. Told you.
Nice. Yes, you find two symbols on this person. They are actually tattooed onto their skin, and it's black skin, but you can still kind of trace the outline of that. And the first symbol, I'm going to drop this into chat, looks like this, and the second symbol looks like this.
Again, the second one.
Yeah, so you've seen that second one before, and you think that might mean knife or blade or something along those lines.
Okay.
Do you want to hold his dagger or press it against him, maybe?
Sure, that might
Maybe
help.
even put it in his hand?
Yeah, and then maybe I'll hold his hand tight, the grip around it or something, and then, I don't know, maybe press it to his forehead or something. Where was it? Speak to the dead. Okay.
Nice. Spell goes off, and the body it's too far gone. You don't have the name of the person, so I'm going to restrict kind of the answers that you get. So rather than the body actually speaking, you hear a voice in your head as though this person is speaking to you. And the voice lets out a deep gasp of air and says, "Help, my brothers and sisters. I was slain by a man with a dark mind, whose countenance and voice he then stole through magic most foul." Or excuse me, he's. Let me start over. "I was slain by a man with a dark mind, and my countenance and my voice he stole through magic most foul, seeking to steal the gift of the sea. I know not this man's name, but through an ancient ritual he enchanted himself and stole my identity." And I'll let you ask one question.
You know where this man went?
Pelagia. And the wind begins to blow from the southeast and rustles along the back of your neck, and you turn down towards the southeast, kind of looking down into the direction of that wind, headed that way.
That's the way.
Yeah. He was speaking in my head. I think we may be dealing with some kind of shapeshifter or something who is able to magically take upon his appearance and stole his identity. And that man is possibly still in Pelagia.
Here.
So,
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that Zagofar would be capable of.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure that we're prepared to go that direction. Then perhaps we should go forward instead.
We should definitely be on our guard.
Well, perhaps we should stay near these waters. That way we can keep our distance from whoever the sorcerer may be.
Yeah, that's a good
Perhaps
idea.
2 people on watch each shift, in case.
It's a great idea. Now, do we want to head east or west along that marsh? Because we can move one more hex before we have to make another roll.
We're moving east, yes?
East is the way, I think.
Clear the path here.
Does somebody else want to lead the way?
I think you're the best by far.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep watch, but I can lead the way if you prefer.
No, I just wanted to give somebody else the opportunity to get willpower.
And Nerdrum, you begin to grow weary of agility and wits. This is a quarter day travel to get to here. Now we can travel another quarter day, and then we need to make camp, so we go roughly 2 more hexes. Nice. Which still going east, Wendelin?
Yes.
Okay. You see that we come up to the edge of not just a marsh, so we have to come to the side a little bit, but we follow that little coastline. Not just a marsh, but it looks more like deep water, almost like a lake or a bay. You can still see there's land on the other side. In fact, let me clear that off. You would be able to see that. So you can see there's a little land there. There's some land up here, and even a little land over there. So it looks like maybe an inlet or something. If you want to refill your water here, you can. The water is it's still fresh, but it's got a little hint of salt in it. It's a little bit salty, a little brackish, but if you boil it, it'll probably be fine. We'll move up to here. So now, if anyone wants to hunt or forage or fish, if you have a fishing pole or a net, we can do that. We'll need to set up a camp and then get ready to sleep. Anyone want to hunt or fish?
I'll do a little hunting
Okay.
since I got that new talent.
Yeah,
See if that helps.
it does indeed.
Yeah.
Let's see what we find. A fox, either a weapon or a trap, and you can actually put a -1 on the modifier because it's so small. It's a little more difficult to take this down, but you'll get 3 meat and a pelt if you can get it.
Okay. So -1?
Yep.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
push that.
Ooh, what is this, agility?
Yep. You could break yourself.
Is anybody really in need of food?
Wendelin found
I don't
some
think
veggies.
so.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to
Low,
push
but
it.
it's not the end of the world, yeah.
I got cattails and I got watercress.
So yeah, Wendelin finds 1 unit of veggies that'll have to be prepared. Is Orvin, are you our quartermaster? Do you want to set up camp?
Yeah, I was going to make camp. And I saw that with the quartermaster, you can add an artifact die when you get rank 3. So also the scout gets a +2. I don't think we've been doing either of those. Those are pretty useful.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
I don't know how to add the artifact die, though. I've never actually had an ability that gives you that. I see there's a slot on the roll, But it just says artifact, so I add a 1 or a D8 or...
I don't know. Let's try adding a 1. See if it rolls a d8.
Oh, yeah, it didn't want me to roll it that way. It gave me an error tag,
Yeah,
so...
try either d8 or 1d8.
I think that worked.
Yep,
yeah.
that worked. Nice. Got the success. Camp is made. And then, Vasca, do you want to cook those veggies that Wendelin found?
Absolutely.
And Roderick, what are you doing?
Yes, could I perhaps set up a snare and try and catch a rabbit or something?
Yeah, give me a hunting roll. Depends on if the animal you find will let you use a trap. The fox will let you use a trap. So that should be from the party icon. Roderick down to hunt. Do you see where to click on that on the party sheet?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where to roll. Oh, I guess you just click hunting.
Yep, just click hunting. Oh, so we get to roll on this twice. So you found a fox, which you can use a trap, or another fox. Probably one of them got chased away by Nerdrum's arrow directly towards your trap. So now you can do on the sheet, I think it's, what is it, kill prey, to see if you can get it in the trap. Do you push that? Oh, you got it. You take a little bit of damage, but you manage to get it, and that is 3 meat plus. Let me drop a pelt onto the chat, and then we can add that to the vegetables. So that's 4 units of food, which is good because somebody, I think, was it Nerdrum, ate all of his food already. So now we got 4 more units of food that are cooked. So everyone needs to eat and drink, and then we can start rests.
Awesome. I only have 1d6, so could I have one of those units?
Yeah, take one of those units of food.
Awesome.
Oh, and Wendelin, your water gets reduced by 1.
Yeah, but we just refilled.
Yeah, we got a source of water here, so you could just mark it back up to 12 if it drops it down.
How many units did we get of food?
We got 4. Vasca took 1, so we got 3 more units of food.
Is Nerdrum able to take one?
Mm-hmm. In fact, you could take 2 if you need to. Put you at D8.
No, I'm at D10 because we got that deer before that had me at
that's
D8.
right. That's right. Perfect. So then we've got 2 more units of food if anyone wants to take them.
Yeah, Roderick will take one.
Okay.
Wendelin will take one. She's at die 6, but
Yeah.
she eats like a bird.
As long as she's not eating a bird. And then we can go ahead and someone can keep watch. So do we want to double up the watch?
You do get a +2.
Well, also, if there's a shapeshifter, and there's only one person and the shapeshifter shapes into them,
Yeah.
the rest of us will never know.
Yeah, we look at... Why does Vasca look at us funny now? And somewhere in the weeds, Vasca's body is rotting.
Yeah.
I have to do codes or something.
Pardon me, have you seen my cat? I love him. I couldn't bear to be without him.
You're allergic to cats, Vasca.
Yeah.
Who takes the first watch?
Wendelin will.
Vasca will, well, I think.
Who's
if
got
we're doubling up.
Yeah, who's got the better scouting roll?
Girl power.
Exactly. Probably Wendelin.
So you can add a +2, and then add another +1 for the help. So add a +3 to that, Wendelin.
And I also have 6 Sense.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Whoa.
Didn't
You
matter.
gotta be shitting me.
Whoa.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Oh, you got it. Took a little damage to the wits, but you
That's all right.
got it. It's willpower, since you spend it all in one place. So then, Nerdrum and Roderick can take a full rest. Wendelin, as you're watching, the moon is a slim crescent up in the sky, and you see a shape, and it's up in the sky flying. You think it's probably a bat, but it's large, much larger than any bat you've seen, maybe the size of like an eagle or something. And this bat is flying around the marshy area to the north, probably hunting bugs or something, but you've just never seen a bat that size before. And do you point that out to Vaska?
Yes, absolutely.
Vaska, you don't see it.
Oh,
As much as Gwendolyn's like, it's right there, you see nothing.
Gwendolyn, there's nothing where you're pointing. Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel fine.
There's nothing there.
I'll have to find you some carrots next time I go foraging.
Good for the vision.
Perhaps. Vaska's gonna try to listen for it.
Ooh. As you listen, you can hear the sound of crickets and mosquitoes kind of zipping past your head every now and then, but you don't hear any flapping of wings or anything like that. And you're looking, and Wendellin's pointing. It's right there. Look, it's about to fly over us, and you simply don't see it.
Perhaps one of us has gone insane.
My money's on Wendelin.
Not quite sure which one.
I don't know. Maybe I can just see it more clearly.
Maybe it's because you're a druid? It's an animal. That's what you druids do, right?
Could be.
Absolutely.
Well, we should probably tell whoever's on watch next about this.
Yeah, probably.
Now, who do you wake up? Nerdrum has had the roughest time. That staff seems to be taking a toll. He definitely needs his rest. Do you let him sleep and wake up Roderick and Eilir?
Yeah. As soon as Roderick gets up, Wendelin will just crawl in his bed.
It's nice and warm. A little sweaty, but nice and warm. Vaska explains, what's going on, and Wendelin saw a bat. Vaska's like, I don't see it. Roderick, you and Eilir, the two of you can make a scouting roll as you're looking for this bat.
Yes, and Roderick, well, he's keeping watch. He is going to be less helpful, as he mostly wanted to keep watch so that he could work on his new fox gloves.
Ah, nice. With your pelt.
Yes, he's going to be crafting those while he keeps watch.
Ooh, Eilir, you see out over the bay where Wendelin said, hey, I saw this fox over there. Oh, nice. You get your gloves made. They're still nice and warm. And do you leave the fur on there or just the hide?
Oh, just the hide. Just the hide.
Yeah, very soft and supple gloves. These would be great to wear and not stiffen or affect your grip at all. But Eilir, you look out and you see no bat. You're like, I see everything clearly. My eyes are 300 and some odd years old, but I can still see, I see those bugs right there. But there's no bat that you see.
It's right there!
Can't wait to make fun of them for this in the morning.
It was likely but a wisp of cloud, I'm sure.
Okay.
And
Not that we can do anything about it, but just
and there are.
Keep-
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to tell them keep your eyes peeled.
Peeled they do, but the night passes uneventfully. Every now and then you look back towards Weatherstone and you see it jutting up there. There's no lights on in the castle. That would be incredibly disturbing if there was. It's dark. It's just a sentinel. It's been standing there like it has for the last several hundred years and will continue to stand. Wendelin, you go to sleep and you have very vivid dreams. And you have dreams of the sea. And you've never seen the sea before, but you have dreams of a tall cliff on the edge of the sea. And the wind is blowing, and you can see a figure standing facing the wind. And they have clay tablets marked with these Maha symbols, and they place them on a frame. And some of these symbols you think must mean the wind, which wind is blowing, and other things like that. These are indicators of nature. Whether this controls them or not, you don't know. But you see this community in your mind's eye, and you see many of these symbols. And there is a place, and you see in your mind's eye a figure standing over a stone box. And the stone box has an area with 5 little square indentations. And up on the wall are little clay square tablets, each with different symbols. And you can see the person setting certain symbols on the little square recesses and then shaking their head and picking them up and putting them back on the wall. And when you awaken, it was so vivid, you felt as though you were there. And you can smell the smell of the sea in your nose. And it's a little off-putting. If you've never smelled the sea before, when you smell it, you're like, oh, what is that? Something's either dead or that's the ocean. And that's the smell you get. And you are downwind from Roderick, so, maybe you think nothing of it. You were sleeping in his, sleeping fur. It was probably a little ripe in there. But, it's as though you were standing on that cliff with that sea breeze blowing through your hair. What do you make of that?
I think I want to write it down if I can, while it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah, so
She finds it very exciting because this is up her alley.
Right, absolutely. And some of the symbols that you saw, let's see if I got that here. Yeah. Let me post this. 1 second. These were all the symbols you saw up on the wall.
Ooh.
And you recognize 2 of them. You've seen 2 of them before.
Yeah. I wonder if it's like a hit list. She'll sketch down as many as she can snatch from her dream.
Gonna take us to a different map. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't leave it black. And I'll make this so anytime you want to come here, it should show up in your navigation on the upper left side. So you've seen 2 of these symbols, and you know what one of them means. I'm going to mark that on here. You think that means blade or knife?
And she is not going to tell anybody about this.
Okay.
They already think she's crazy about that bat. I take that back. She would tell Nerdrum and show him her sketches.
Yeah, you sketch out many of these symbols. You don't know the meaning, but you recognize a few of them, or two of them. One you know must mean knife. It was written on a knife. Perhaps that's what that means. And it kind of looks like a knife. But the other one, it was like an arrow, I think, pointing to the right, or a triangle pointing to the right. You don't know what that might mean.
Interesting. I think this one means Wolverine. But yes, this is a mystery. It'll take us some time to decipher.
I was curious. Yes.
I will forage for some of the sacred mushrooms
Nice.
today, and maybe that reveals something to us.
That will open your understanding. Let's go back to our map, and we can do some more traveling if we like.
Did anyone take that deer pelt?
No.
There's actually 3 of them. If you wanted to take 3 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna grab. I guess I can only really carry one.
I think Vasca can carry one now.
Yeah. With
Speaking of which, these gloves are too tight for my hands. Here, Wendelin, perhaps you would like them. They're nice and soft. I made them from those foxes that I slaughtered the other day.
Oh, these are beautiful. Thank you. I will call them isotoners.
We got some deer pelts too, if you want to make anything like a nice cloak or blanket.
No, I have Roderick's blanket. Thank you.
I might make a blanket.
You could make a crafting roll.
I guess I would do that during watch, I guess.
Yeah. In fact, I guess we've started walking, so maybe when we make camp, you could do that. I don't know if you saw. Let me just move the token out of the way. As we follow the coastline, we come upon a house, and we can see it from far off. It looks like it is lived in. You can see smoke coming from the chimney of this house. There's no animals. There's no pens with chickens or pigs or anything like that. But you can see a small wooden dock that extends out into the water from there. You've probably you've seen fishermen and boats, but never far from home. So you don't know, are these people like the people we know? Are they different? You're still a mile or so away from this home when you see it. You also don't know, is this person, are they friendly, or are they going to be belligerent? You can go to that house if you like, or you can simply bypass it and move on.
If they have a dock, I'm sure they have a boat. Maybe they'd be willing to sell it to us or lend it to us, and we could travel by water.
And if they're not willing, we're well armed.
Yeah.
Yes, Ilia, perhaps there's another old lady there with gold.
In truth, I was wondering, the fishermen's not like to be wealthy, but it might not hurt to look around, you see.
Vasca just gives them both, everybody a look.
Like, oh, here we go again. First sign of
So
friendly people, we gotta
unprofessional.
murder them.
Let's say hi.
Go say hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you get a little closer, it looks as though there is someone in the house. You can see a shape kind of moving past a window that looks out in the direction that you're traveling. There is a small garden. Now that you look, you can see it. It looks like it's mostly herbs, maybe a few root vegetables, but the ground it's a little rough here. It's a lot of rocks and even this fine sand and silt that's washed up in this area. So you don't know what would grow well here. It looks like not a lot. So there's just a little bit there, but there's someone's definitely home. You can't quite see who it is, but there's someone there. Do you all approach together, or does someone go that's less intimidating than 4 or 5 armed people all at once?
Gwendolyn will knock on the door. She's pretty unassuming.
Yeah. Just a second. Okay, perfect. You go and you knock on the door, and you hear a voice say, "Just a minute," and it sounds like an old woman's voice, like a grandmotherly sort of voice. And she comes to the door and opens it wide. There's clearly no fear of bandits or brigands, unless she wouldn't open the door. But she just opens the door and she looks and she squints a little bit. "Oh, we've been waiting for you. Come in, please."
What?
What?
I got
She's
a bad
hag.
feeling about this.
Tyler loosens his sword in his sheath. He did not like that. He's paranoid, and now this woman's been waiting for me? No.
Damn hags.
Let's just kill her now.
I guess we'll go in.
You go in?
Thank you very much, little mother. Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna take us to a map here. I'm reusing this from Lest Coin Flow Like Blood. All my small houses will look essentially the same. Let me grab your tokens. And the house it's very run down. If they have any money at all, you'd be shocked. They probably live off what they catch and can grow. I say they. It looks like there's more than one person that lives here. You see 2 cups, 2 plates. Presumably she's got a husband or a partner that lives here, but they don't seem to be here. She doesn't have much in the way of a table. It looks like maybe the remains of an old dresser or cabinet that's been laid on its side, and she does have a little sprig with fresh flowers growing in there in a little vase on the table. And she invites you in, and she goes into the kitchen and comes out with a little platter with some small fried fish about the size of a sardine, and she sets them on the table, and she goes over to a chair and sits down, and she crosses her hands in her lap and says, "So, what took you so long? I've been waiting quite a while for you to show up."
What do you mean you've been
Well-
waiting for us? How do you know who we are?
"Oh, I know exactly who you are. I know what you've done. I know where you've come from. Yes, I know a great many things about you." Let me have Nerdrum make an insight roll.
Wait, did I get a thing from the staff
do.
from that?
I
Yep.
believe, yeah.
Yep. Does it show up? Let's see, is your staff? Yep, it should be equipped. So you should get a D12 artifact die. So if you make insight, does it show it's going to add that for the staff? Let's see.
I didn't see it.
So where it shows artifact, put 1d12.
Okay.
Whew. Nice. You've never seen this woman in your life, but she has a look to her that is nondescript. She could be anyone's grandmother. There's no distinguishing marks, no distinguishing features. Her skin is very pale. If this is someone that lives out here, in the in the sun, you would expect that she would be a little more tan, but maybe she stays in the house and her husband goes out to sea. You don't know, but she just looks very, you couldn't pick her out of a crowd. There's something about her. You look at her face and it's like, I don't know what's going on here. You look like I should know you, but I have no idea who you are. And you scan your mind. Is this someone from the Hollows that I maybe bumped into? But no. You're at a loss.
Does she have yellow eyes?
Ooh, good question. She does not have yellow eyes.
Are there any mirrors in the house?
Give me a scouting roll. Not that you can see.
You'll have to forgive us, my lady, but we seem to be at a disadvantage. You
Oh.
know who we are, but who are you?
Well, I am everyone's best friend when they're in need of food or comfort. I am everyone's mother when they need a mother's shoulder to cry on. And you are my children now, or will be as soon as my husband returns. And she grins, and without even needing to make a roll, you can see that her teeth looks as though they've been sharpened. She has pointed teeth. Almost like a shark's mouth.
And who is your husband?
Oh. His name is Graham.
When is he going to return?
Oh, I suspect in maybe 6 hours or so. As soon as he has the catch, he'll be back. I expect he'll be home just in time for supper.
Oh, we'll be long
Are we the
gone
supper?
by then.
You're definitely invited to supper. In fact, I insist.
Well,
Do you mean
look
his
at
heart?
the time.
Arm?
This has been nice. But
Yeah.
it's time for us to go.
I think
Good
as soon as she
catch-
says
good
I
catching up.
insist, either pulls the sword out and he starts to back it up. Like, that is too much.
I'm gonna drop a token down here. And she gets up and with almost superhuman speed, she rushes over and shuts the door before you can even get up out of your chairs. And
Okay.
yeah, let's
So it's like that, huh?
You chose violence.
let's draw initiative.
Oh, I have fast
Nice. So you can draw
lightning fast or whatever.
2 cards.
Yeah, lightning fast.
So you can take 2 or you can take 5.
I'll take 2.
Okay.
Is she a
You'll probably see in the combat tracker it says shapeshifter.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
does she like is she a living humanoid?
She is not a humanoid, but she is living.
Okay. Damn.
For now.
She's not a. I mean, she is a monster.
Yeah, she's a monster. Yep.
Damn. Okay. I guess I'm just going to take a bow shot. Can I
Okay.
do that?
Yep.
Yeah. Whip out my bow and the whip.
Nice. One hit. Do you push it to try and get more hits?
What am I at now? Yeah, what the hell? Why not?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so your bow gets a little damage, but you just did 5 points of damage to her.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
Nice.
first time I've ever seen a push combat roll that I thought was worth it. That's hilarious.
What, from 1 damage to 5 damage. Yeah, and we've got Roderick can hopefully fix your bow. You're so eager to get that first shot off. You hear a little crack as in your bow, as you know that the wood has just been compromised. But the arrow strikes her right in the left shoulder. You know it's a heart shot, and she looks down at it. This should have felled any normal person, and the arrow just kind of slowly begins to move downwards as though you had shot into pudding. It's just the weight of the arrow just sloughs downwards and it just slides and falls out. And a little bit of blood comes out and she looks at it and looks at you, and then the blood stops flowing. You know she took a wound, but she doesn't bleed like a normal person. It's almost like this body is not as solid as you thought. It's like you shot into a mass of pudding or jello or something. But she did take damage from that. Vaska, you're up next.
Okay, I think I forgot to put Vaska's dagger back in her hand. But I think she would have done that.
Yeah, so you could use your fast action. So Nerdrum actually used his fast action to ready his bow and draw an arrow. So you could use your fast action to pull out your dagger, and then your slow action to go and attack. You could throw it, or you can rush up and stab.
Yeah, I think Vaska's gonna do that.
Okay.
And then, let's see. Her first action is with the rusty broadsword. Let's see.
Ooh, do you push that?
I will not. And then I don't think I can use the second.
Let's see. Do you have to?
Because it's a fast action.
With the first. Oh, yep. So you use your fast action to draw that. So, yep.
Yes.
So now you've got them both in hand.
Yes.
Hylir, you're up next.
Perfect. Yeah, I think he'll just join Vaska. Having just trained with her a day ago.
Nice. 1 hit for 2 damage. Do you push it and try and do additional?
No, he's just going to strike out with his dagger.
Nice. So 3 total damage. As you slice and hack your way, you actually chop off 2 fingers on her left hand. And the fingers hit the ground, and it's kind of like Terminator 2, where it turns into mercury. That hits the ground and just turns into some sort of colorless sludge. And then you see 2 fingers sprout out from that hand again. As she looks and regards you, almost with curiosity. You know you did damage to her, but she doesn't damage like a normal person would. Now, she gets 2 attacks. The shapeshifter's face assumes the features of consumed victims, which flash before your eyes in a series of death masks twisted in terror. So this is fear attacks. This is against all of you. All of you take 2 damage to your wits.
Boy.
Does that break anybody?
Not yet.
And then the second attack. And so you see her face shift between different masks. And these are not people you know, but it just shifts from a man to a woman to like a badger, different things that it has consumed. And watching it go through this process is just horrifying. And then it spews a cascade of half-chewed mucus lumps and threads of slime over Eilir and Vaska. Both of you need to make an endurance roll. Actually, she didn't succeed, so you don't need to make that endurance roll.
Bosca sees it coming and gets out of the way with superhuman speed. Like, nope.
Oh, actually, never mind. You do need to make an endurance roll. Sorry, you need to pass.
Oh dear.
So if Eilir and Vaska.
Actually, can I use is this something I can evade?
Yes, you could dodge this if you want. You
Or-
used your fast action, but if you use your fast
I meant-
footwork, yeah, or hard.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. So you could
Can I
use a
do-
willpower
yeah.
point, and you avoid that. So, Eilir, do you push that?
I can break myself pushing that, or I can get a horrible disease. Are you sure that's how that works? They didn't succeed.
They didn't succeed, so it's a little something special on here. It's not like a normal disease. So, like I said, normally, you don't need to roll that. But then I remembered this person has something special on there, and so you won't know if you've got a disease or not. But you get some of that slime in your mouth, and you're like, "Oh, this is not good." So, metagaming, you did not get a disease, but I wanted to ramp up the tension a little bit. So yeah, the way that disease works, virulence 8. So she rolled 8 dice, and none of them were successes. Had she got 1 or 2, you would need to get 1 or 2 successes on your endurance roll. But she got 0 and you got 0, so we're good. Wendelin, your turn.
Gwendolyn is going to shoot her in the face.
Nice. Yes, you are. And it was your bow that did it. It wasn't your skill. Let me have both you and Nerdrum do an arrows roll as well.
That's right.
And if this were Dragonbane, you'd see a little blood leaking out of her now. Nice. Nerdrum is good, and so is Wendelin. Roderick, you're up. Woohoo. And the artifact die. Wow. Okay. Do you want to push that?
No, and then I use Path of the Blade to negate her any natural or unnatural armor.
Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. You cleave into her leg, and as you do, you feel the blade pass effortlessly, like cutting through. What was my one thing I talked about? Like cutting through hot pig lard or something. It's like cutting through hot pig lard. It passes right through, very little resistance, and she lets out a shriek. She felt that. We go to the next round. Nerdrum, you're up.
So, let's say hypothetically, I pull out the Nahaka scepter
Yeah. Earthquake inside the house?
and yeah, slam it down into the ground and release a shockwave and do earthquake to maybe level the whole house, so then we could escape. Could I target it so that it wouldn't affect my companions, or would we all be in danger?
So let's look at Earthquake. Your song is charged with so much power that you make the very ground shake and tear. You can use the spell to tear down a wall or fortifications or inflict damage on a victim. The damage caused to strength is equal to the power level. So you could just shake them with the Earthquake as the tremor just propagates right to them and maybe knocks them over. If you don't want to collapse the house. If you want to do the house, you could, but I would say everybody takes the damage to strength for whatever you roll on that, since you're all in the house.
Right.
I mean, we might be able to kill her and then look around the house for anything useful.
Yeah. Okay. I'll target it on her then.
Okay. So this will be power level 1d6 plus 2. So this won't take any willpower. Let me roll the 1d6. And I'll see what the power level is. Oops. 1d6. Power level 8. Okay. So that will do 8 points of damage to her. She is almost down.
Damn.
Oh no, she is down. Never mind. That was enough. Yeah. So the vibration as you slam the staff down, that red ruby begins to glow, and as it does, you feel the vibration in your feet. But it's almost like she's at the exact focal distance from that. That the ground upheaves beneath her and drops down suddenly, and this would snap the bones of any individual standing there. But rather than that, she begins to bulge outward as the shockwave pushes that jelly or that pudding that she's made of and compresses her until it splits out the sides, and you just see it burst out into a pool of jelly, and you hear this horrific hellish scream as her body is just ripped apart by that shockwave. And when you get done, that little vase with the flower in it has fallen over and cracked. But you kicked her ass. That's all that counts.
Yeah.
And
Should we set that goo on fire or something to make sure she can't, whatever puddle is left of her, to make sure she can't ever reform or something? I don't know how shapeshifters work.
give me a lore roll to see what you might know about them.
Well, that's one old lady I don't mind killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think fire is the way. When in doubt, fire's the way.
Yeah.
There's
Burn
a
it.
hearth here, and there's a fire in the hearth. You're going to have to scoop that up. Do you do it by hand?
No. There's got to be a little shovel or something, right?
Yeah, there's a little
Or,
shovel that they use to get ashes out of the fire
Yeah.
and clean out the ash, and you scoop and shovel, and it spits and pops and hisses as it hits that. It leaves this nasty, blackened, sticky residue like a burnt marshmallow in there, and the smell is like rendered hog fat. It's just this disgusting smell. It does not smell like cooked marshmallow at all. The smoke pouring out of the chimney is black and acrid, but the house is yours now.
Nice.
Well, let's look around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking around, you see a lot of different belongings. Probably the stuff that belonged to the people that this woman ate. Roderick, you look around, you see clothes, boots, probably 8 pairs of boots stuffed in a drawer. You see cloaks, pants, things like that. You're looking for valuables, and so far, Roderick and Nerdrum, you're not finding valuables. Wow.
Jeez.
Neither is Eilir.
Hold on.
Gwendolyn and Vaska, it's up to you.
I'll take a look around.
I think Eiler's going to go out and try to watch for this Graham.
Oh, man. Yeah, you probably don't want him to return. Oh, my gosh.
Catches unawares. Yeah. Oh, wow.
So it's mostly mundane. Oh, there we go. Mostly mundane stuff that you find. But Gwendolyn, you find something. Let me grab it here.
I think Vaska is also looking for a helmet.
Yeah, let me see what helmet we have here.
I did just trade I got one of the better helmets from the castle, so I had my closed helmet if you wanted that.
Yeah, so here's an open helmet. You would find one of those in here, and or there's the closed helmet that Eiler had.
What's the difference?
I don't think closed helmet has a difference. It's just a number, right? It's only until you get a great helmet that there's a disadvantage.
So open helmet gives you 2 points of armor. Great helm gives you 4 points of armor. Great helm modifies your scout by -2. A closed helm is 3 points of armor. So it's just an extra point of armor for a closed helm.
Yeah, it's just slightly better with no downsides.
Okay, I'll take there's an open helm.
Uh-huh.
I'll take that then.
Where is it? Where'd it go?
wait for the husband to come back and take him out so we could maybe get the boat and all the fishing gear?
Even
No,
better, we could set an ambush.
I meant to ask, when that woman's face was flickering, did we see what looked like the druid?
Oh yeah, good question.
Not knowing what the druid looked like, it would be hard to tell because he was pretty badly decomposed. Eyes were missing, tongue was missing, but there were many faces that looked like like men. Some looked like hardened men, like maybe brigands or thieves. Some looked like farmers. There was one, kind of a gentle looking face. Maybe that was it. You find, Gwendolyn, you find a key, and this is no ordinary key. This gives an artifact die to all attempts to pick locks using the sleight of hand skill. This is Worm's key. There's no legends pertaining to this key. It was originally forged for the Psychopomp, which is, I think that's the Rust Brother leader of the Rust Brothers. It was said, however, that no secret can be hidden from the god Worm's gaze, no door locked against his passing. This key is strangely shaped, but is in itself insignificant. It's an old iron key shaped like a writhing serpent that devours itself. It is possible that this is the origin of the belief that the serpent was made from iron, which later gave rise to the concept of the father deity Rust.
She'll take one look at it, wrinkle her nose, and say, "God, that thing is ugly." And she'll turn around and she'll give it to
Vaska.
Vaska. I knew it was a V. She'll turn around and give it to Vaska. This is more your taste, honey.
Oh, look at this. Ivaska immediately gets very excited about it.
It's like,
See, I told
As a-
you.
She gives a little rant on like how this works for lockpicking versus her current lockpicks.
Yeah, this is like a skeleton key. This thing you shove in a lock and it finds a way to help open it.
Beautiful. So we can rob even more people.
I like it.
I do not generally take exception to robbing. It's the killing of innocent old ladies that I object to. Just so we're clear.
Well, no, either and
Bertram
are experienced in that matter.
Yep, and killing old ladies.
I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Let's go to our map. Do we want to stay here and wait for Graham to return?
Yes, I was kind of thinking of staging an ambush for him. We know he's coming back. Why not, eh?
Yeah, well, what ideas do you have for this ambush?
Well, see, and that's the question. We don't actually know what direction he's coming from.
Right.
Did she give any indication?
You know where the dock is. He's got to come to the dock.
Oh, he went out fishing, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's true. We could just... Well, I mean, he's going to see us, but he has to come to the dock. We have to wait
We
till
could just stay inside the house, and when he opens the door, we could mob him.
Yes, agreed. I think that's...
Or, well, we could put the flammable material on the dock, and then one of us could hide in some crates or something, and when he docks and steps on the dock, we could simply light that material on fire and burn him out.
Oh, he's got valuables on him. We don't want those to burn.
Well, if it's gold or silver, then certainly those won't burn, and there'll be water nearby. We can fill buckets and put it out quickly once he's been dealt with, I should think. I don't know, that's just an idea, I suppose.
Do we want to burn the dock, though?
No, and we were thinking about taking the boat, yes? So I think really the blade would do best.
We got a couple of killers. I'm sure you could get the jump on him, especially if it's dark.
Either looks pretty eager, for sure, yeah.
I was wondering if Gwendolyn might be able to heal my wits a little.
So that's a, performance roll?
Or cleanse spirit?
Yeah, cleanse spirit would work.
Yeah.
Could do either one. Everybody stand back. Oh. Okay.
Oh,
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
nice.
Okay.
Whoa, did you see that? Wow, Wendolyn, what are you... Wow.
Excellent work. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Doesn't make any sense, but okay.
I wonder who saw that. Actually, maybe Graham saw that.
There's some little boy off in like the bushes outside who saw a glow in the house, and it's like, there's a mage down there.
So you set up here at the house, begin making your plans of how you're going to waylay Graham, and that's where we'll end the session. That went fast. My goodness.
That means I got 2, right? 2 back.
2 back. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do some XP. All right. So end of session XP. All right. So participate in the game session. You did not discover a new adventure site. You did find a treasure. You traveled through a new hex. You defeated one or more monsters. I'm going to say you did build a function in your stronghold because you actually built you got your stronghold ready and you repaired a door and things like that. So everybody's going to get these 5. Now, for activating Pride, I think, did only one person roll Pride and it failed?
No, there were 2 people.
Who rolled their
Maybe.
Pride? Henrik rolled and failed. Did someone else roll their Pride?
Wasn't it for hunting?
Nerdrum did, but Nerdrum succeeded.
Yeah, so you want to succeed. You'll get an XP for succeeding on your Pride. So let me give 1 to Nerdrum for activating Pride. Okay, what about let's see. Go back to that screen. Risking their life for another PC. I don't know if anyone risked their life. Not like last time.
No.
What about suffered from their dark secret? Did any of you suffer from your dark secret?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yes, you did.
Maybe.
Anyone else?
I don't know if I did really.
Let me take a look.
Are we to change our dark secret?
Yes, you can change your dark secret.
Because I sent you a message earlier.
Oh, I didn't see it. Let me take a look, and if that's the case, then that will count for today. Let me take a look at the message. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. So I think that you did. Did Henrik or Luke? Did you suffer from your dark secret?
No, not Eilir.
Okay. What about perform an extraordinary action? Did any of you perform an extraordinary action? I kind of don't think so.
I think so.
Let's look at reputation as well. So for reputation, so your reputation goes up if a prominent NPC was killed or saved from certain death. No. A feared monster was slain. Yeah, a feared monster was slain. And a legendary treasure or artifact was found. And
Worm's key.
and then you build a certain function in your stronghold. So everyone's reputation goes up by 3. And that's on
we're famous.
the front of your sheet. Yeah, people are gonna start.
About 9 now.
Like
Yeah.
you were the guys that went to Weatherstone. I hear you guys run that place now. So there's a chance that may affect. People may have heard about you when you go to new places. So next time we will wait for Graham and lay siege to him, and then maybe take his boat and perhaps we traverse the sea and see where it takes us. But that's for another time. Any questions about the session, about what we did, about what's happening before we sign off?
I will say I won't be here next session. I'll be in London.
I am going to London next week. Maybe I'll see you there.
Nice.
Let me see when our next session is. It's not till August.
Oh.
I'm going to be gone. Yeah, so in fact, I'll be in London a week from today and tomorrow, and I'll be back in London on the 31st. I think I have us playing on the 7th of August. That's our.
Oh, then I will not be in London.
Does that work for everybody? 7th of August.
Yep.
No one knows this, but Jessica and I are going to London, so now the secret's out. So
Exactly.
Awesome.
Oh,
So,
it's the dog's bollocks.
right? Let me go ahead and I'll get the recording stopped. I'll get this posted.